All right, today I'm setting up my Oliver planer, and this is model number 10045. So this is their 13-inch model with a full helical head. So it's got some nice features, and we'll set it up, calibrate it, and then give it a good test. I'm excited to get into this new planer and see how it does. Looks like everything's packed up nice and snug. Yep, she's got some heft to her. And there it is, the mighty Oliver helical planer. And when we pull that accessory box out of there, just look what's lurking in the reflection there, that gorgeous HCX carbide helical head. Woo! Let's get that accessory box unpacked and see what this one comes with. Looks like we've got our manual and then a dust port adapter, so you can use either 4 or 2.5-inch dust fittings. That Wixie digital readout, always love to see that. Some extra 4-sided carbide inserts, and then the turn crank for adjusting your depth. And then finally, the dust shroud itself, along with the mounting hardware. No mystery installing the crank handle, and that goes on with a 4mm Allen wrench. Next, we'll install that DRO, and most of the big tools in my shop have this now. It's just a feature I really come to appreciate, but you know, sometimes there's some retrofitting to get that installed, but not here. This one's all pre-drilled and ready to go. Start with one screw up top for now, and it doesn't have to be all the way tight. Then make sure your carriage lock is released and that you've pulled your cord out for the motor, and you can run that carriage all the way down. Then there's a screw on the bottom side of this bracket, and you want to put a washer in front of and behind that bracket as you install it. And that'll just shim things out right where you need them. Then just run the carriage all the way up and down, make sure nothing is binding, and you can go ahead and tighten up those fasteners. And there's a better look at that HCX cutter head with those 4-sided carbide inserts. And if there's a little dust in your machine, don't let that worry you too much. It just means that it was thoroughly tested before it was shipped out. Of course, you're never going to run your machine with this plenum removed, and so we'll get that reinstalled with the machine unplugged. And that just goes on with 2 4mm Allen bolts. And I just like to apply a little bit of forward pressure on that to compress the gasket as you snug that up. And then the actual dust shroud that you'll hook up to, and that goes on just by angling it a bit and then just drop it down, and then that'll secure with 3 thumb screws. One here on the left side, one on the right side, and the final thumb screw goes towards the center right underneath. 4-inch hose is standard, or just pop in that adapter if you'd rather use a 2.5-inch hose. And I actually think I want to try this with my high pressure 2.5-inch dust collector, and if that doesn't do just as well as I want it to, I'll swap back over to a 4-inch line. So with a quality straight edge, I can see that from the factory the tables are set a little bit high at the far infeed and outfeed side, and that's exactly what I want. It kind of looks like a huge gap because of the mirrored reflection, but actually it's just a 1/16 inch spacer that'll fit under my straight edge, and that's exactly how I like mine set. And then to calibrate your Wixie, just make sure that you're in the ABS or absolute mode, and then press and hold this on-off cal button for 3 or 4 seconds, and that'll make it blink. And once the abs is blinking, you can go ahead and punch in the number that you achieved from your last run through the planer. And so just dial that in as needed. And for me, that was 0.675, so I'll just run that up with the plus button until the numbers match. There we go. Then just press that on-off cal button to lock it in. A couple specs on the infeed and really nothing on the outfeed side, so I'm super pleased with that. And that's just with my 2.5-inch dust collector, so that gives me a lot of hope that most people will have just as good of luck. And you'll come to trust these Wixie readouts very quickly, so it looks like we're at 0.63 or 5/8 of an inch. And it looks like that board we ran through was spot on, 0.630. Love it. And there's a 2-speed gearbox, which is always nice to have on a planer, let alone a portable planer, but you'll only switch that when the machine is running though. Setting 2 for fast dimensioning, or setting 1 for your final passes. So you get either 26 feet per minute on the fast setting or 17 on the slower setting, and this is also expressed as cuts per inch. So basically here, the cutter head speed is fixed at 10,000 RPM, and so we're just changing the rate at which the material goes through the machine. And it looks like in addition to the lower handles, they've also added some steel upper handles, so that's a nice add-on. All right, let's feed it something a little more challenging, like this 10.5-inch wide piece of white oak. Okay, so we got rid of all of our rough milling marks, and what's really nice is there's no new milling marks from that cutter head. Nice and smooth. Snipe is non-existent to very, very minimal at the ends, and most important to me, no tear out on this tricky lumber. So this planer has really impressed me so far. I'm loving that HCX cutter head. It just leaves a flawless finish. So tear out is my big enemy in the shop, especially when I'm planing things like white oak. I just can't handle the tear out, and a full helical cutter head is the solution to that. So I'm really happy to have that one in the shop. Plus 2-speed gearbox and good dust collection. So what more could you want? I'll keep you updated if anything changes on this, but so far so good with this Oliver planer. And I'll have a link for you down in the description if you want to do a little more research.